Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. With the hope and prayer for your well-being, we are starting the program today. Nazreen, today the program is very exciting for me. I'm full of energy and excited and looking forward for the content of today's program. Because today we are going into a topic which I have not covered yet. आपने अक्सर देखा होगा कि people ask about life, and to me, life is a one-time affair. There is no guarantee of life tomorrow. When this is one-time affair, तो फिर there are two litmus tests for the success of a life of a person. Number one question is, did one do as one intended? And the other question is, were people glad on one's living? When we talk about a person, these two criteria best fit on that person's work. Regarding first question कि जिस शख्स के बारे में मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, क्या जिस काम के लिए वो पैदा किया गया था उसने वो पूरा किया या नहीं, तो we are talking about 12,000 writings, we are talking about 3,000 tape recorded lectures of that personality. When we talk about the domains he has touched upon, we are talking about philosophy, we are talking about administration, arts, education, drug rehabilitation, literacy, mind perspective, and spiritual paradigm. और ये जहां पे हम दूसरे क्वेश्चन की बात करते हैं कि वर पीपल ग्लैड ऑन हिज लिविंग, we are talking about 28 million students reading and studying his philosophy. We are talking about 100 million human souls touched upon by his moral codes. And this person was known as different personalities in different parts of the world. जब हम when we went into the tribes of South Africa and we asked the question about this personality, we were told about him as an educationist. And we flew to Albania and we talked about his personality to factory workers. And we were told that he was a good administrative coach. And then we went into China and asked the kids about that personality. And the answer was he was a storyteller and a good author. We are talking about 400,000 organizations implementing his philosophy. What person he could be? I'm talking about L. Ron Hubbard, and we are talking about the Hubbard's management philosophy today. Today, the guest we are having today with us is IJAZ Ahmed Wani, who is the licensed personality upon this management, and we are going to talk about this management style and much more with IJAZ Wani Sahab. Wani Sahab belongs to Pakistan. He has joined us live from America, and he's working as business consultant and business life coach. अब मैं आपके दरमियान और ऑडियंस, आप और वानी साहब के दरमियान और ज्यादा गैप क्रिएट नहीं कर सकता. लेट्स गो टू वानी साहब डायरेक्टली. अस्सलाम वालेकुम एजाज अहमद वानी भाई.
Assalamu alaikum, Shahzad. How are you?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. हाउ यू सर? कैसे हैं आप? कैसी गुजरी है जिंदगी?
I am living the dream. It's beautiful. Life has been beautiful for decades, and I'm enjoying every single moment of it. Shahzad, I have no idea. I'm assuming we are still live. I'm not sure. I think we are having some technical difficulties. I did see your message, Mr. Abrar. Can you hear or see me? You can type in the message if you can hear or see me. Well, host, I'm assuming, is having some technical difficulties, and looks like I'm solo. Somehow, my host, I can see on the screen, he's trying to fix whatever the situation may be. Assalamu alaikum, Usman. Thank you very much. I'm doing great. Apparently, Shahzad's video disappeared, and I see this message is having a technical difficulty. And I am conducting the interview of me by myself. And I have to ask questions to myself, and then I have to answer those questions. You know, maybe some of you can type the questions, Abrar or Usman or anybody who can see me while Shahzad is trying to get over this problem we are supposed to be talking about. So the title me and Shahzad discussed was that if the problem does not solve, it is not the problem. And that's the subject we'll be talking about. It's something I specialize in, and I have been troubleshooting small business industry, especially in the healthcare. In
One is up. I'm sorry for this technology glitch.
it's okay.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you one thing. This can happen to anybody anytime. So whenever you are going to experience this one thing again, you may continue the talk yourself. You are not solo. Everybody is watching you. You go on talking to the audience yourself without being waiting for any question. You tell the audience about all what you do and all that stuff. Now,
Awesome.
whenever if this happens again, you are on your own.
Okay.
Coming to the topic of today. Yeah. First of all, Vani, tell the audience something about yourself. What do you do? What is your formal introduction? From where you belong? What is happening at your end of the globe?
Okay. My name is IJAZ Ahmed Wani. I'm a professional habit management consultant. I've been doing it from the last 2 decades, especially in America in the healthcare industry. I was a consultant in dentistry and chiropractic. They are considered as small business enterprises. So I was using the habit management system into their practices in order for businesses to grow. On beside that, I've been involved with business and life coaching. I did a lot of one-on-one coaching to a lot of people, and I'm also the ambassador for Applied Scholastic International. It's an organization that exists in St. Louis, Missouri. It's a facility on 100 acres where we train teachers from all part of the world. I'm also a member of the Way to Happiness Foundation, also a member of the organizations called the Narconon. It's a drug rehabilitation program where they get people off drugs without giving them any drugs. I'm also part of the member of the Criminon program where they rehabilitate criminals in the prison system. Okay. And I also have a couple of my own businesses. I'm doing some remodeling
Vani
businesses.
sir, वानी साहब आप ये किस दुनिया की बात कर रहे हैं 100 acres of land you are doing so many things habit management पाकिस्तान में इन साहब का नाम मैंने फर्स्ट टाइम सुना है. और अगर इफ आई टेक माई सेल्फ एम्बेसडर ऑफ द यंग जनरेशन हियर ऑन दिस पार्ट ऑफ द ग्लोब, I can tell you one thing, that people don't know what is happening at your side of the planet, and you're doing that much projects. You tell us something in detail, that why this is that much important at your side and why it is that much ignorant on this side of the planet.
मेरा जो एक्सपोजर हुआ था मिस्टर हबर्ट से वाज बैक इन 1988 in Pakistan. We have a couple of centers in Karachi. We have one center in Islamabad. Actually, I just came back from Pakistan 2 months ago. The whole idea was we're going to initiate all these programs and projects. And because of this corona, I couldn't do much. And I just came back a couple of months ago. But we'll be coming back soon to initiate all these projects. So it has not been broadly disseminated in Pakistan, because I got exposed to जो exposure था इस technology से पाकिस्तान में हुआ था. So जो सबसे पहला मैंने जो कोर्स किया था इस टेक्नोलॉजी के अंदर 1988 में उसको कहा जाता था लर्निंग बुक कोर्स, जिसको हम कहते हैं लर्निंग हाउ टू लर्न. So that's how I got exposed to it, which sparked my interest after doing that course. कि मुझे उससे पहले इस चीज़ से आगाही नहीं थी कि why I was a failed student. Okay, and that course has turned my life around back in 1988, and ever since it's been a learning process. And after 32 years, and I'm amazed, I'm still learning. The amount of work this man has done is beyond imagination. If I've ever met this man, I'm going to ask him one question: sir, how did you do it? Over 63 million words, over 3,000 recorded lecture, and he was expert in 21 different fields: humanitarian, philosopher, research, human mind, administration, management, horticulture, you name it. He was a master mariner to sail any ship of any tonnage in any ocean. So it just blows my mind away how much this man has accomplished. And after 32 years study, I'm still learning. Every single day I get up in the morning, it's one of my morning ritual, and I will study. And he made me what I am today. He helped me to be what I am today. I think he may be having some difficulty again or not. Anyhow, that was my, brief introduction, you can call it, in regards to. So we do have some plan for Pakistan, and we are going to initiate quite a few projects in Pakistan with the sole purpose of helping Pakistan to uplift morally, socially, economically. The number of people, we have probably 220 million people, and we do have the tools and the programs. We're going to need a lot of resources to implement those programs to help Pakistan. So the content in the body of knowledge is solutions to any possible situation you may run into. Okay. And I spoke with Shahzad earlier, and that's how we came up with this subject. If the problem does not solve, it is not the problem. Okay. Now, dictionary defines it very simply कि एक ऐसी situation जिसको harmful तस्वर किया जाता है और जिसको डील करने की ज़रूरत है या उसको इसके ऊपर काबू पाने की ज़रूरत है. तो ये उसका जो ना वो brief definition from the dictionary viewpoint. And I'm going to go more in depth as to what actually the word problem is. Okay? And we're going to go over the actual anatomy of a problem. If you guys can understand this anatomy, you will be able to solve any problem. Okay, and I'll go over in details how this concept can rehabilitate your ability to solve any problem or troubleshoot any problem. Okay, so this is also from Mr. Hubbard research, and he goes over the anatomy of the problem, and he says it is an intention counter intention. He says it is an intention, it is a counter intention, it is an effort and a counter effort, it is a force and a counter force. It is one thing versus another thing. Let's break it down how it is so. Okay, so I have an intention. I would like to be, you know, the top public speaker in the world. Okay, so that is my intention. So I run into this counter intention. I don't have the confidence. You know, I don't know how I'm going to be the top speaker in the world. So here you see you have an intention and you're up against your own counter intention you created, and it just blocks like this, like your two forces up against each other. So there's an effort you are making and you run into a counter effort at the same time, and that's where the problem is. And that's the anatomy of a problem. So I'm going to give you an analogy that will make you understand how would you be able to solve any problem you are up against. Okay, let's take an example. If you are trying to solve a mathematical equation, अगर आप एक जो रियाजी का जो प्रॉब्लम है उसको आप सॉल्व करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, तो आप स्टेप करते 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 जैसे ही आप नीचे आते हैं तो आप ये दरियाफ्त करते हैं कि इसका जवाब गलत आया है। अब जब जवाब गलत आता है तो आप पीछे जाते हैं, कभी आगे नहीं जाते, आप हमेशा पीछे जाते हैं ये देखने के लिए कि गलती कहाँ पे हुई है। और जैसे ही उस गलती का पता चलता है आप उस मसले को हल करने में कामयाब हो जाते हैं। तो ये एक कानून है। कानून ये है, फॉर एनी प्रॉब्लम टू बी सॉल्व्ड, so the why of that problem needs to be discovered. And in order to discover that why, you always have to go back to find out what did you do wrong that resulted in a wrong answer? What did you do wrong that resulted in that specific problem? Okay, or so once you will discover whatever the why may be, that problem will cease to persist. Now, there's another law. For any problem to persist, it must contain a lie. That's also Mr. Hubbard's discovery. For any problem to persist, it must contain a lie. Okay, so if you are able to discover what the lie is in any situation, that problem can very easily be solved. Okay, that problem can very easily be solved. Okay.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, Shahzad.
That is great. Ijaz, I'm sorry. अगर ये दोबारा से ऐसे हुआ तो we are going to repeat the program. First of all, I must tell the audience that the program's content is very critical, very important. And वो आजकल ना मैंने वानी साहब अपनी location change की है. I have relocated myself within the city from point A to point B, जहाँ पे मुझे ये problem आ रहा है. और this is not the first time. I'm sorting it out on a daily basis, and hopefully it is going to sort it out soon. Let us know something about Wani Saab, about these three terminologies which you often use, and I was inspired by these three terminologies. I mean, terminals, particles, and lead. You remember? आपने बोला टर्मिनल्स होते हैं, कुछ लीड्स होती हैं, कुछ पार्टिकल्स होते हैं. सर ये कौन सी जुबान है, जरा ये समझाएं हमें. उर्दू में बोल दें, पंजाबी में बोल दें, अंग्रेजी में बोल दें. यू टेल अस समथिंग अबाउट इट.
ओके, पहले तो ये let's find out what is an organization. Organization composed of individuals working for a common purpose. Okay, organization composed of individuals working for a common purpose, whatever that purpose may be. तो ये एक लोगों मिलकर काम करते हैं एक मखसूस मकसद के लिए. तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के जो 3 बुनियादी एलिमेंट्स हैं, ओके, it has terminal, it has lines, and then it has particles. ये मिस्टर हबर्ट की डिस्कवरी थी. अब टर्मिनल को हम कहते हैं इट्स अ पोस्ट. फॉर एग्जांपल, द सीईओ इज अ टर्मिनल, एचआर डायरेक्टर इज द टर्मिनल, the sales manager is the terminal. So these are all the terminal fixed. The terminal is always fixed within the organizational infrastructure. Okay. Then you have the particles. Okay. Now particles you can call your clients, your products. Okay. And those clients and those particles travels on a line and arrives at the terminals to be handled. Okay. Let's say you have an organization and you have spent 100,000 rupees to market a specific product and a service. Okay. So you are basically marketing that particular particle for the peoples to acquire a book. Let's say you want to sell your books to people and you spend 100,000 rupees in the marketing. So now let's say you have this organization. So the first place that communication comes maybe at reception or maybe online, whatever the medium. These are all the different lines. So the lines are the things in which the particles flow. Okay. I'll give you a very simple example in dentistry. तो उसमें होता है क्या है कि people's called कि जी मुझे जो ना वो अपनी रूट कनाल करवानी है, ठीक है, वो रिसेप्शनिस्ट कॉल को रिसीव करता है, ठीक है, और रिसेप्शनिस्ट जो ना वो कॉल को जो ना स्केड्यूलिंग कोऑर्डिनेटर पे ट्रांसफर कर देता है. सो एक लाइन तो कस्टमर्स टू द रिसेप्शन, देन देयर इज अनदर लाइन बिटवीन कस्टमर एंड द स्केड्यूलिंग कोऑर्डिनेटर, और फिर बिटवीन स्केड्यूलिंग कोऑर्डिनेटर देयर इज अनदर लाइन दैट गोस टू अ डॉक्टर और द डॉक्टर असिस्टेंट्स टू मेक श्योर मिस्टर जो हैज बीन स्केड्यूल्ड फॉर द रूट कनाल. सो द
मुझे वानी भाई नहीं, मुझे वानी भाई ये बताएं कि आपने या मिस्टर हबर्ट ने व्हाटएवर द मैनेजमेंट स्टाइल हैज चेंज्ड द needs of the organization's different stakeholders. Simple, आपने कहा particles कि वो original recipients होते हैं services से, you may call them customers as well. Then you have talked about lines and the terminals and the posts. For example, you have mentioned CEO or the receptionist or the telemarketer guy. Mm-hmm. What is the fun of changing these terminologies and keeping the system the same? Yeah, I mean, you have just marked it in a different way, but on the organizational level, the things are happening in the same way. What is the fun of doing all these things?
It's something Mr. Hubbard discovered and he uses it. Okay. And there it's gonna become too long. There's an exact philosophy why he called it a terminal. Okay. He was the first student who studied atomic and molecular phenomena, जिसको हम आज nuclear physics कहते हैं. So he has basically a scientific reason behind the words he used very carefully. Okay. कि आपने कभी electrical terminal देखे हैं? So there's the reason he uses those terminologies for a very specific reason. I'll give you an example. कि electron जितनी तेजी से वायर के अंदर ट्रैवल करते हैं उसी हिसाब से उनकी जो ना वो तवानाई पैदा करते हैं. So the faster the electron travels, the more energy they produce. The slower they travel, the less energy they produce. ठीक है. अब इस कॉन्सेप्ट को ले, ये इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग में कॉन्सेप्ट है. अब इसको अप्लाई करें कि फर्ज करो जी कि आप बर्गर बेचते हैं, ठीक है, आप 10 मिनट में एक बर्गर बनाते हैं और उसका आपको 100 रुपया मिलता है, ठीक है, और तकरीबन 60 मिनट में आपने 600 रुपया कमाया, ठीक है. अब the faster you will make the burger, the more money you will make. The faster you can get things done, the more time you will create for other things to get done. So he was very not only philosophical, but उसको अमली तौर पे किस तरह एक प्रोसेस को स्ट्रीमलाइन किया जाए कि देखो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर एक तो है स्ट्रक्चर, ठीक है, और एक चीज कहलाती है फंक्शन. हमारे जिस्म के जितने भी ऑर्गन्स हैं ना, ये स्ट्रक्चर हैं और हर ऑर्गन का एक मखसूस फंक्शन है. So the function is always senior to the structure. Okay, what function is being performed by the sales manager or the HR director or whatever the post may be, और उन फंक्शन को ग्रीस किस तरह किया जा सकता है, स्मूथ किस तरह किया जा देता है, उनको ट्रबल शूट किस तरह किया जा सकता है, कौन से ऐसे अनासिर हैं जो आप अडॉप्ट कर सकते हैं, जिसको मिस्टर हबर ने डिफाइन किया है एज ए पॉलिसी. क्योंकि जब भी एक मसला उसके पास आता था तो वो उस मसले को ब्रेक डाउन करता था कि इस मसले का वाई क्या है. तो जैसे ही वो वाई पता चला उस पर उसने एक पूरी पॉलिसी लिख दी और वो पॉलिसी हिस्सा बन जाती है कोर्स का. उसको उस कोर्स का हिस्सा बना दिया जाता है ताकि अगला आने वाला वो गलती दोबारा ना करे. So he actually wrote down hats for every division, every department, every section, every unit.
अरे वानी भाई, with due apologies, you hold on for a moment. देखें, बात ये है कि you have been into it for decades.
Yeah.
Try to understand my position. Try to understand my position for a moment. You are talking the terminology, you are using the language which my audience are listening for the first time.
Acha.
I mean, this Mr. Hubbard, whatever he has done, we are listening it for the first time. The confidence you're talking with, it reflects that it means something to you. You have spent your life in it. You tell me that how we can give a congruency to this thing, how we can make it synchronized with the people in Pakistan at this point of time when they are going into a challenging and testing time. They have not heard about this philosophy, and you have been strong advocate of the success of this philosophy. You are coming to me that I must implement it, and I am into a testing time. I have never tried and listened about it. I am not in a position to experience any new things.
चलो,
Suggest me what to do.
ओके, सजेस्ट ये करता हूँ कि देखो, मैं एक छोटी सी एग्जांपल दिखाने लगा हूं तुम्हें. ये एक मेरा क्लाइंट है. These are the graphs. That's when I took this practice over. Okay? और ये एक सिस्टम है जो आप किसी भी कारोबार के अंदर इसको इंप्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं. इसको कहते हैं मैनेजमेंट बाय स्टैटिस्टिक्स. अब फर्ज करें कि आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में 10 स्टाफ मेंबर्स हैं. अब हाउ वुड यू मॉनिटर देयर प्रोडक्शन? हाउ वुड यू नो इफ दे आर डूइंग व्हाट दे आर सपोज्ड टू बी डूइंग? आप नाम उनको कोई भी दे दें, शुमारियात कह लें इसको. तो इसने एक सिस्टम डेवलप किया कि हर इंसान के पास एक हैट है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में. ठीक है, अब उसकी जिम्मेदारी ये है कि उसने उस हैट को पहनना है. अब फर्ज करो तुम्हारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में एक सेल्स मैनेजर है जिसका जॉब रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ये है कि वो तुम्हारे लिए ट्रेनिंग सेशंस को स्केड्यूल करे. ठीक है, अब उसका जो स्टैटिस्टिक्स होगा, द नंबर ऑफ इवेंट्स ही हैज स्केड्यूल्ड. ठीक है, अब फर्ज करो कि हम इस ग्राफ को तुम्हारे कमरे में यहां पे पेश कर देते हैं. अब तुम आए, तुम्हें उससे बात करने की जरूरत नहीं है. तुम ये देखते हो कि यार ये लाइन तो नीचे जा रही है, देयर इज समथिंग रॉन्ग. सो व्हाट दीज लाइंस डू अप एंड डाउन, समथिंग नीड्स टू बी डन. व्हाट? ओके, व्हाट डू यू डू व्हेन द लाइन गोज अप एंड डाउन? ओके, अब फर्ज करो यहां पे जब लाइन स्लाइटली अप जाती है तो हम इसे कहते हैं एक नॉर्मल ट्रेंड है. बिजनेस आहिस्ता आहिस्ता ऊपर जा रहा है तो एक नॉर्मल ट्रेंड है. मिस्टर हबर ने एक्चुअली दरियाफ्त किया है कि नॉर्मल जो कंडीशन है उसका फॉर्मूला क्या है. उसने स्टेप्स लिख दिए कि आपको इस कंडीशन के अंदर क्या करना है. अब फर्ज करें कि आपकी लाइन यहां पे जो वो नीचे चली जाती है. अगर आपकी यहां पे लाइन नीचे चली जाती है तो हम इसको कहते हैं डेंजर है. तो इस डेंजर कंडीशन में आपने क्या करना है. अगर यहाँ पे स्लाइटली नीचे जाती है तो इमरजेंसी में क्या करना है. अब फर्ज करो तुम्हारे पास वो सेल्स मैनेजर है और उसने कोई इवेंट स्केड्यूल नहीं किया. सर मैं बड़ी कोशिश कर रहा हूं, मैंने बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के साथ राब्ता किया है, मैंने कोई तकरीबन 100 फोन कॉल्स किए हैं और कोई शख्स मुझे ना वो अपॉइंटमेंट देने के लिए तैयार नहीं है, तो you know you're up against a situation. Okay. Now, मैंने एक कानून बताया था, I don't know if you heard or not, for any problem to persist, it must contain a lie. What is the lie in that situation where he failed to generate enough events for you? Unless you will find that why or that lie, you will not have that person as your sales executive. You will probably get rid of him. Now, what I would
अच्छा
do,
वानी साहब, इसमें एक प्रॉब्लम, let me explain. A problem ये है अंदर मुझे एक problem, I always find myself hanging on a cross basically. Now the problem is the guest I have, usually I have, are so much wisdomful and experienced and elder in my age that I find it inappropriate to cut them. And on the other side, the audience want it to be a dialogue between two people instead of one talking more. So I'll be interrupting you more frequently.
oh, it's okay.
अब आपसे क्वेश्चन ये है,
Interrupt
you
as
are
many
talking
times as you
about a
want.
graph जो कि आपने एक दीवार पे हैंग कर दिया, पेस्ट कर दिया, मैं आया, मैं उस राइट, आप ये कह रहे हैं कि एक मैन, या you are talking about the graph which I pasted on my wall, and as manager, I come one day morning and I ask my team member that you have done this thing right or this thing wrong, and because the graph is telling me thing. Wani Saab, you are talking about the technology which is almost, if I'm not wrong, 10 or 15 years old. Today, the organizations in Pakistan are using heat maps, devices, all the BI rooms, business intelligence, and where you come across all these data instantly in microseconds on your smartphone screen. What is the fun of having these things pasted on the wall when you can have these data
No,
on the go?
good. Absolutely. You can have wherever you want to. Okay. This is a system. It's called the management by statistics, where you manage each person in an organization based on the production they bring about in an organization. That's all its function is, to monitor, because the measuring stick of a worn hat, एक शख्स का hat होता है ना, कि he's the sales manager, that's a hat. So the measuring stick of the worn hat is the statistics. At the end, if you are giving me 100,000 rupees, and if I'm bringing 1,000,000 rupees for you, you should keep me. Okay? If you are paying me 100,000 rupees and I'm not bringing enough beans back for you, so there's no point of you keeping me as a staff member. So the management by statistics is a system that can be used in any form just to monitor and apply appropriate conditions to bring about high statistics. It doesn't matter what medium do you use. You use iPad, iPhone, computer. The whole idea behind is to look, not think. So what this system does, it takes the thinking out. So you are not thinking, you are actually looking what is being produced. You know, and that's what this system actually does. The whole idea is to implement this system so you can monitor the production of each staff member and make sure they are doing what they are supposed to be doing. Because when they produce more, वो खुद को अच्छा महसूस करते हैं. वो absolutely वो खुद को अच्छा महसूस करते हैं कि I am contributing and bringing an improved condition within the organization. You know, I've seen this system. Yes, obviously there's so many administrative and management system in place across the globe, and some of these systems are already in place. Okay, not because of Mr. L. Ron Hubbard. Like I said, it is something he discovered. That means this thing is already present. So he discovered and organized it in such a way so that it can be used more effectively to bring about an improved condition. we are having technical difficulties again. So anyhow, I'll just go over some brief things. Me and Shahzad, we were talking about कि हमारा जो मकसद था इसके आज की टॉक का, जैसे आपने शायद प्रोमो पीस में भी देखा होगा कि if the problem does not solve, it is not a problem. So किसी भी मसले को हल करने के लिए उस मसले का जो ना वाई का दरियाफ्त करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. जब तक मसले की रीज़न पता नहीं चलेगी वो मसला हल नहीं होगा. तो उसका एक पूरा प्रोसेस है कि आप किसी भी प्रॉब्लम को कैसे रिजॉल्व कर सकते हैं. ओके अब मेरा जो ऑब्जेक्टिव और गोल यही है कि इन सॉल्यूशंस को पाकिस्तान में इंट्रोड्यूस कराया जाए और जस्ट टू हेल्प पीपल इन पाकिस्तान how we can help them solve their personal, their professional, their organizational problems to bring about an improved condition in Pakistan, whatever help the people need. Okay. And obviously, Mr. Shahzad, because of some technical difficulties, he authorized me to continue to talk. If any of you have any specific questions, feel free to ask me in regards to the title or any particular problem you think you are not able to solve. What should be the methodology in order to solve that particular problem? Anybody has any specific question? I guess I'm gonna continue to talk. If you guys can hear me. Now, let's take up the subject of education and the problems we are up against in the education system. Okay. Now, every single one of us knows in the field of education. Okay. मैंने एक सेमिनार किया था चंद हफ्ते पहले on the subject of the art of learning. Okay. This is a subject is very dear to me. So let me go over.
वानी साहब.
Yes.
वानी साहब मैं अपने घर से बाहर सड़क पे आ गया.
अच्छा.
कनेक्ट कर लूं किसी तरह से कनेक्ट कर लूं because I cannot miss the excitement in the content you are delivering, sir. यहाँ कुछ भी हो जाए मैंने यहाँ पे ऑनलाइन रह के आपसे बात करनी है.
Okay.
You tell me, you once told me that learning the art of learning. अगर आप मेरे से मुझे अंधेरे में नहीं भी देख पा रहे ना, no issues. I'm standing on the road. मुझे ये बताइए learning the art of learning. What do you mean by that? Let me know about it.
Okay. What is art? Okay. Here's one thing I've learned from Mr. Hubbard, and he summarizes, और मैं इसको कहता हूँ कि उसने इसको कूजे में कैसे बंद किया. शायद जो मैं अभी बताने जा रहा हूँ शायद आपने कभी सुना ना हो. And that's how he defines art. He called it the quality of communication. Mr. Hubbard defined as the quality of communication. So what is communication? The communication is the interchange of ideas and things between two people. Interchange of ideas and things between two people. And this is the only universal solvent. So the reason we call it a universal solvent, it is capable of resolving and dissolving anything. Okay. So what is missing in our current culture is the interchange. It is not talking or speaking. No, communication basically is the interchange of ideas and things between two people. Okay.
जब ये कम्युनिकेशन हो रही होती है, दो लोग आपस में बात कर रहे हैं और एक बंदा रेसिपिएंट ही नहीं है, यानी कि वो मेंटली उसने एक बैरियर लगाया हुआ है. वट एवर यू आर सेइंग मी, आई हैव अ मेंटल बैरियर जहां से वो फिल्टर होके मेरे पास बात ही नहीं पहुंच रही. तो हाउ द कम्युनिकेशन विल वर्क?
Nothing. It will not work. Here are the communication formula. So you have a person who originates a communication. The person who originates the communication must have intention and must have attention. These two elements at the source point. We called it the person who originates communication. So that's the source point. You have to have intention and attention. At the receipt point, or the recipient has to have intention, attention with duplication and understanding. So that is basically the communication formula. And if any of these ingredients are missing, it's not communication, it's just you are talking. Now, how
वानी साहब
come
मुझे ये बताइए, आप हमेशा आप या हबर साहब, whoever it is responsible for to answer this question, why you always talk about the problem areas of a human being? For example, you have titled the subject regarding to problem and problems and problem and not the problem. Now you are talking about tension on both the sides. I mean, the person who is initiating the communication should carry attention. The recipient should also carry the attention. Why to always highlight the problem areas of a human soul?
you said tension?
Didn't you say tension?
No. Attention, tawajjuh.
Okay, आप एक attention है,
एक attention है, intention है, नियत और तवज्जो. इन दो चीजों का होना जरूरी है. और जो रेसिपिएंट है उसकी नियत होनी चाहिए, उसे तवज्जो देनी चाहिए, उसको डुप्लीकेट करना चाहिए कि इसने कहा क्या, ताकि उसको वो अंडरस्टैंड कर सके. तो ये कम्युनिकेशन का फार्मूला है.
ओके, आई अंडरस्टैंड इट. मुझे बताएं वानी साहब, अब चीजें जो है ना वो थोड़ी सी समझ भी आ रही हैं, एंड दे आर मेकिंग सेंस टू द ऑडियंस एंड मी एज वेल. नाउ यू टेल मी दैट इफ दैट इज दैट मच comprehensive philosophy that Mr. Hubbard and you people are living up to it for the last 3 decades or so, you tell me how to get best advantage of this philosophy in Pakistan right now.
Okay, after let me finish this one thing, the art of learning. It will take me probably a couple of more minutes. Okay, so communication is the basic ingredients in solving any situations in life. Learning, getting information about things and being able to do it. When you are learning a bicycle, that means you can drive a bicycle. When you're learning a car, so you can drive a car. So the learning includes the doingness. You are able to do the things. आप उन चीजों का, उस knowledge का, उस इल्म का अपनी जिंदगी में इस्तेमाल कर सकें. अगर उसका इस्तेमाल नहीं कर सकते, there is no learning. So the whole purpose behind learning, being able to use it. अब let's say in our education system, so the professor talks to the students. So the medium of communication are the words. When you are reading a book, so the medium of communication from author to the reader are the words. Okay? So the words needs to be understood. If you cannot understand a word, Shahid Saab, let's do this practical for your audience so they can understand it. Okay? Just pretend. मैं आपको एक सेंटेंस देने वाला हूं. अनम्यूट कर दीजिएगा. मैं आपको एक सेंटेंस देने वाला हूं. आपने अपने अल्फाज में मुझे बताना है कि इसका मफहूम क्या है आपके नजदीक. ओके, ठीक है ना? कि जब क्रैपस्क्यूल ओके आता है तो बच्चे खामोश हो जाते हैं.
अब हमें क्या पता है क्रैपस्क्यूल का क्या मतलब है? अगर ये मतलब नहीं आता तो आई हैव टू गेस इट, और आई कैन आस्क यू द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस वर्ड.
What do you think? What does it means to you?
I have no idea about it.
Good. So is it true there's a one word that stop you to get the whole idea?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. अभी मैं वो जुमला दोबारा बोलता हूँ कि जब डार्कनेस आती है तो बच्चे खामोश हो जाते हैं. अब देखिए आपके
I had to guess it whole life, and I can you put any meaning to it, this darkness word.
Crepuscule means darkness and twilight. Okay. Human mind is capable of memorizing the information without learning them.
Without learning them.
Yeah, that's one of the human mind's ability. It can memorize the information without. कि मिसाल के तौर पे हम साइंस के स्टूडेंट थे ना, तो वो रट्टे लगाया करते थे, mass and energy cannot be destroyed, how it can change its form, mass and energy cannot be destroyed, how it can change its form. तो इम्तिहान में गए और सवाल आया, what is the law of conservation of mass and energy? तो हमने लिख दिया mass and energy cannot be destroyed, how it can change its form. I got A plus. I have no idea what mass is, I have no idea what energy is. So
Yeah, I agree.
जो सीक्रेट है, जो तकरीबन नापैद हो चुका है एजुकेशन सिस्टम के अंदर, कि अल्फाज का समझना कितना जरूरी है, कि ये लफ्ज का किस कॉन्सेप्ट्स को रिप्रेजेंट करता है. क्योंकि आप किसी भी सब्जेक्ट को ले लें, आप रिलीजियस सब्जेक्ट्स को ले लें, आप फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, मैथ्स, सोशल साइंसेज, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, मैनेजमेंट, देयर इज द वन आर्ट यू हैव टू मास्टर is the art of learning how to learn. So when you study something, before you apply it, you have to understand it. The prerequisite to application is the understanding. So if you are not...
what I have understood so far is one simple solution. If I have to learn the art of communication, in order to learn all the learning, one simple solution is to have a good idea of vocabulary. Is that so? And if that is so, reading storybooks can be an idea for the kids.
No, it's called the... Okay, let's get an example. Book, B-O-O-K. Okay, now what came first? The concept, the sound, or the object?
When you have shown the object, it naturally comes first. I believe.
No, what came first in this world? Out of, let's say you have a concept of an object, you have a sound related to that object, and then you have a physical object. So it's always the concept that comes first.
The idea and the concept, yeah.
Concept always comes first. So based on that idea, the person wrote something, binded it, and then he named it. एक शख्स का आइडिया आया कि यार कोई चीज ऐसी बनाई जाए जिस पे इंसान आराम से बैठ सके, उसने लकड़ियां इकट्ठी की और इसको जोड़ के एक शेप दी, फिर उसका नाम कुर्सी रख दिया.
Exactly.
So always there's a concept behind the words, and that's where this concept of having a conceptual understanding comes from. If you do not have a conceptual understanding, you have memorized bunch of information, you can rattle it. But you cannot use it. You cannot use it because you never had a conceptual understanding of that concept. मिसाल के तौर पे एक शख्स से पूछो कि गोल के जुमले बनाओ. What is goal? What is the definition of goal? कहता है जी मकसद. अच्छा, what is the definition of purpose? कहता है जी मकसद. हाँ, दो मुख्तलिफ अल्फाज एक ट्रांसलेशन कैसे हो सकती है कि गोल पर्पस के मानी मकसद नहीं है, पर्पस की ट्रांसलेशन मकसद है. मानी और ट्रांसलेशन में एक फर्क है, डेफिनेशन और ट्रांसलेशन में एक फर्क है. वहां से आपका जहन खुलना शुरू हो जाता है. जब आपको कॉन्सेप्ट्स क्लियर होना शुरू होते हैं ना, तो अच्छा इसको तो ऐसे भी किया जा सकता है, तो आपका जहन जो है ना वो खुलना शुरू हो जाता है. जो सीक्रेट, द बिगेस्ट सीक्रेट इज इन द conceptual understanding of the word. I'll give you one example. My sister calls when I was in Pakistan. So my sister calls me from Peshawar कि मेरे भांजे की थोड़ी सी कोचिंग कर दो. अच्छा, तो मैंने कहा why not? तो वो पिंडी आया कोचिंग लेने के लिए मामू से. तो हम बैठे हुए, तो मैं कहा क्या कह रहा है कि अब वो अपना कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग के जो ना वो फाइनल में है, फाइनल प्रोजेक्ट उसका कोविड की वजह से रुक गया. तो वो तो वो क्या किया, वो अब वो कह रहा मैं ऑनलाइन वो किसी मिडिल ईस्ट कंपनी के लिए गैजेट्स वगैरह बेच रहा है, जिससे उसको 10-15 हज़ार रुपए मिल जाते हैं घर में बैठ के. तो मैंने कहा तुम प्रोजेक्ट पे काम क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? मामू मैं कर रहा हूँ काम ना, तो you know, he's a compulsive talker. So I asked him a question. I said, tell me one subject you're having a trouble with. And he said programming. So okay, thank you for telling me that. I said, what does the word programming means? Blank. He could not define the word programming. Imagine the amount of books a student goes through in his lifetime up to all the way to PhD, how many words and the concept he ran up against, he never understood. एक बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग चीज मैंने सीखी है, अल्फ्रेड नॉर्थ व्हाइटहेड इज अ इंग्लिश philosopher. He said, not ignorance, but the ignorance of ignorance is the death of knowledge, where the people do not know that they do not know. That's where the knowledge gets killed. People pretend that they know, but the problem continue persists because they didn't have a courage to admit, you know what, we didn't know what to do with our education system. We didn't
Mr.
know.
Wani,
Yeah.
Mr. Wani, two confessions.
Mhm.
Confession number one, I cannot leave you after this program. You are going to come again on the platform because this discussion is going somewhere which needs more wisdom, more unwrapping of the content. And number two, making the things worse today, this technology deceived us and kills us,
It's okay.
absorbed our time, and we are unable to cover the whole content, which I would request you to come again on this platform someday at your convenience in order to continue this beautiful talk. Now, coming to the last question of the program, you
Mhm.
tell me, sir, the things you are talking today, I mean, they are always good to hear. I mean, you are telling me कि आप programming के हवाले से जो example दे रहे हैं, it feels like a person who is in inactive so many years. इट फील्स कि आप फिर उसको थ्योरी के अंदर डाल रहे हैं, आप उसको कह रहे हैं किताबें पढ़ो, टर्मिनोलॉजीज का मतलब सीखो, प्रोग्रामिंग का मतलब समझ के आओ. You mean that he spend more of his time in the books instead of going out into the field, practically do something, fail fast, come back again, realign himself, his resources, go into the market again. Number one, question number one. Question number two, वही वाला जो मैं पहले भी पूछ चुका हूँ आपसे. How do you connect this Hubbard's philosophy with the current testing times in Pakistan? How may I use this philosophy before I go to the bed tonight?
Okay. Um, Long question. Anyhow, before you go out, it's. I think part of the Hubbard technology is हमारा जो Hubbard college में है ना, it's a one thing is mandatory is apprenticeship. There's no homework. There's no homework. You learn a piece of knowledge and you apply it. So yes, you have to go out in the practical life. So whatever you are doing, let's say you are going out to go and sell a product this to somebody and fail, and then go back and fail and learn it that way. Yes, he can do it. Or he can learn some techniques by reading somebody. You know, he doesn't have to do a PhD as to what question I should ask so I can get this sale closed. You know what I mean? So learning is part of the, no matter what you do. Okay. And education has nothing to do with schooling. Okay. Yes, it can give you information and knowledge. You can get education from anywhere. You know, yes, it's good to go
You
out.
are saying that education has nothing to do with the schools, right?
It's schooling. Schooling and education are two different things.
Interesting, right?
You go and talk to this Baba, and he tell you a sentence, and it triggers your machinery and makes you realize the thing you did wrong in your life. That person has just educated you and saved you your life by going on a totally different path. So education came from the Latin word educare and educere, which means to pull up, not to stuff in. It comes from inside, not by stuffing in bunch of information. Just look up the word education, the origin of this word. Okay, just look up the word doctor. The origin of this word doctor is a teacher, not somebody who say I don't know what to do with your asthma. Okay, so these are the things, you know, they are directly related to the subject of education. And in regards to Pakistan, I did wrote a project 2-3 weeks ago. I've discussed with you briefly. In the near future, I'm going to launch this project as a project Rupee, RUPEE. Okay, the acronyms हैं. Rupee is a symbol for prosperity. So I intentionally called it a Project Rupee because the rebuilding understanding in Pakistani education and entrepreneurship. Okay.
वानी साहब ये उर्दू में भी बताएं, प्रोजेक्ट
कि
रूपी के बारे में उर्दू में बताएं, ऐसे
उर्दू
लोग
में
जो
ना कि आपने एक
अंग्रेजी बहुत नहीं
अंडरस्टैंडिंग,
समझ सकते,
अच्छा
उनको
अच्छा,
बताएं कि इस प्रोजेक्ट का क्या
अंडरस्टैंडिंग
मतलब।
कि एजुकेशन और एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में जो ना वो एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग पैदा करना कि जो प्रॉस्पेरिटी है वो नेशन की, उसका बराह रास्त ताल्लुक जो है ना वो स्मॉल बिजनेस इंडस्ट्री से है। किसी भी मुल्क की जो स्मॉल बिजनेस इंडस्ट्री है वो उस नेशन की बैकबोन तस्वर की जा सकती है, होती है। तो बगैर बैकबोन के आप खड़े नहीं हो सकते। तो बगैर बैकबोन के जो वो कल्चर या वो जो कंट्री है इकोनॉमिकली वो खड़ी नहीं हो सकती। एक ये शोबा था जिसे इग्नोर किया गया। तो हम ऐसे क्या सॉल्यूशंस लेके आ सकते हैं? जैसे पाकिस्तान में 95 से ज्यादा फीसद, दैट्स व्हाट आई वाज टोल्ड, आई डोंट नो टू बी ट्रू, 95 से ज्यादा फीसद जो स्टार्टअप्स हैं इन इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी फेल्स। आई माइट बी रॉन्ग, व्हाई डू दे फेल, व्हाट कैन वी डू टू हेल्प देम? ओके, आप चले जाएं कि एक शख्स जिसने 4 से 5 साल सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग में लगाया, अब वो ऑनलाइन जाग पे फ्रीलांस फाइवर पे वेबसाइट के $50 ले रहा है। वही वेबसाइट जिसका अमेरिका में मैं शायद $2,000 या $3,000 दे के बनवाता। समझ आई? तो ये जो ना चीजें मुझे हर्ट करती हैं कि ना ये जो टैलेंट, ये जो रिसोर्सेज हैं, इनको एजुकेशन सिस्टम ने इस तरह परवान चढ़ाया कि ये मैनिपुलेट हो रहे हैं। ये गुलाम बन गए हैं उस सिस्टम के, बजाय ये कि वो क्रिएट करें। वो एक कॉग बन गए हैं उस व्हील के, बजाय कि माइटी मशीन बने। तो मैं चाहता हूं कि वो उस कॉग से एक मशीन बने अपने अंदर, अपने इलाके के अंदर, अपने शहर के अंदर, अपने सूबे के अंदर, कि ये जो ना वो एक क्या कहते हैं ग्रुप एफर्ट होगी। मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता। मैं आपको एक छोटी सी मिसाल दूं कि क्या चीजें करेक्ट करने की जरूरत है। 2009 में मैं आया बड़ा एनर्जेटिक, एजाज अमेरिका से आ रहा है ना, इसने चीजें सीखी हैं, तो मैं चाह रहा हूं कि मैं पाकिस्तान को कुछ दूं। तो मेरी एक इदारे के लोगों से बात हुई, तो उन्होंने एक लेक्चर अरेंज किया। तो तकरीबन 5, मैं नाम नहीं लूंगा, आई डोंट वांट टू नेम नेम्स, तो 5 मुख्तलिफ डिस्ट्रिक्ट से उन्होंने लोगों को इकट्ठा किया और उन्होंने मुझे लेक्चर दिया। दे वर वेरी इम्प्रेस। तो हमने फिर फेज में गया कि हम इसका पायलट प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं, कि जो हमने पूरा डिज़ाइन किया कि हम जो सारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स के जो मेन डायरेक्टर या कुछ रिसोर्सेज हैं उनको एक शहर में इकट्ठा करके तो हम एक्सटेंसिव सेमिनार करते हैं। क्योंकि मैं 1,30,000 टीचर्स की ट्रेनिंग नहीं कर सकता, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल। ठीक है, और ये हैंड्स डाउन ट्रेनिंग है, वे आप आंखों से देख के ऑब्जर्व करें, समझ आई कि चीजों को समझा जा रहा है। तो पायलट पे जो ना वो तकरीबन उस वक्त हमने जो एस्टीमेट लगाया था 20 से $25,000 का खर्चा आ रहा था। कि कुछ लोग यहाँ से ट्रैवल करने थे, उसका मटेरियल प्रोक्योर करना था। तो वो साहब मुझे एक अलग कमरे में ले गए कि देखे ना एजाज साहब, अब इसमें काफी सारे लोग इन्वॉल्व होंगे, तो वीकेंड भी है। तो इनडायरेक्टली ही वाज आस्किंग फॉर अ ब्राइब। अब मैं अपने रिसोर्स से मुझे $25,000 प्रोक्योर करना है, खुद डोनेट करना है, कुछ दोस्तों ने चिप इन करना था जस्ट टू हेल्प पाकिस्तान। और उसके अलावा मैंने काफ़ी कोशिश की। तो मैंने फिर एक चीज़ें नतीजे पे पहुंचा आज से चंद माह पहले, पिछले साल। If I want to help people, I'm going to go directly to people. I'm not interested in academia. I'm not interested in bureaucracy. If I want to help people, I can reach people. If I have to generate my own resources, I will generate them, and I will help one person at a time, build a team, and create an impact. If it takes me 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, I don't care. It's my job.
Yeah,
It's my job. Yeah.
Mr. Wani, let me tell you one thing, that around 56% of the startups does not exist in their year number 5 of their life.
Yeah.
And that is the universal number. And this number aggravates and comes to around 80 85%. when we talk about Pakistan. So you're right in a sense. And secondly, again, you have hit the nail right on its head when you say that you have intentions to, yes, helping the people, directly reaching them. There are people who are doing so. There are people who are doing this from America right now, and they had been on my program so far. And I know people doing this same thing the way you are thinking. You tell me, last question, फिर बातें बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाती हैं. The people don't have the tendency to stick that much long here in Pakistan at this part of night. You tell me again. That question is still in my mind and I'm unable to have the answer of it. Your philosophy, I want to implement it right now. How I can do it tomorrow?
Okay.
Simple question.
Okay, start with the art of learning. I'm going to send you on a WhatsApp, I'm going to send you a PDF file. That PDF file contains the 3 barriers to study. That PDF file will tell you what happens when you strike with any barrier and how you can overcome it. What you feel like, you know, when you study. So use that first. That's the first thing I recommend. First, learn how to study. So when you study a book, doesn't matter what it is. So if you know how to study, no matter what book you pick up, you will get so much out of that book. You will get so much out of that book. So I'm going to send you that PDF file, and you can use it yourself. You know what I mean? And do a practical on somebody. If a person comes to you, let's say your son, your child, I'm having trouble with math, or he's not good in math, ask him what does the word math mean. Find out how many words in that subject he doesn't understand. That's how you can help them open their minds so you can understand the concept. So I would begin with कि अमल से जिंदगी बनती है जन्नत भी जहन्नम भी. So start acting. If you want to learn, find out how to study. This is a subject that has never been taught in any school so far I know. How to study, exact barriers to study, and how you can overcome them. And I will send you that PDF file as soon as we are over. In probably within 60 seconds, you will have a PDF file on the WhatsApp, and you can distribute it to all your audiences. And if they need any more assistance, there are some other seminars and courses. When I say seminar and courses, it's not talk. It's the exact formula of communication that can be applied. So the way you're going to apply that, Akram, father, Akram, beta, did you do your homework? Akram, nahi. उल्लू के पट्टे, इधर आओ, बैठ जाओ, आज से तुम्हारी वीडियो गेम बंद, blah blah blah. ये एक approach है. I'm going to give you a different approach. Akram, have you done your homework? No, Papa. बेटा, what happened? वो सारा कर लिया, बस मैथ का जो ना वो एक समझ में नहीं आ रहा था, तो मैंने नहीं किया. अच्छा, लेके आओ बेटा तेरा किताब. हाँ, क्या समझ में नहीं आ रहा था? वो ये पता नहीं टीचर ने सवाल किया है कि जी पैराबोलिक की ना मिसाल दें. हाँ, तो इसमें क्या समझ नहीं आया बेटा? मुझे पता ही नहीं है क्या कह रही हैं. अच्छा बेटा, पैराबोलिक के मानी क्या है? नहीं पता. हाँ, अच्छा चलो देखो बेटा, अब उसने उस पे बेटे पे काम करके उसने उसको कॉन्सेप्ट को क्लियर किया, तो बच्चा अब क्या कहता है, ये वाकया है एक्चुअली. अच्छा, तो वो पैराबोलिक है ना कि जो इस तरह का जो कर्व बनता है ना, जो अच्छा, तो इसी वजह से जब हम तीर फेंकते हैं तो वो पहले ऐसे सीधा जाता है, तो फिर कर्व. तो बच्चा खुद मिसालें निकाल रहा है अपने जहन से. जैसे ही उसको पैराबोलिक का कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हुआ ना, तो उसने रॉकेट जो ऊपर जाता है ना, और फिर जो ऐसे शेप बनाता है, उसको उसकी फिलॉसफी समझ में आ गई. सो जब तीर कमान से निकलता है, उसको उन कॉन्सेप्ट की जो पीछे वजह थी वो समझ में आ गई. इमेजिन कि वो बंदा आगे जाके क्या क्रिएट कर सकता है. तो अल्फाज के अंदर राज पिन्हा है. जो इल्म के राज हैं वो अल्फाज के अंदर पिन्हा है, और उन्हें समझने की जरूरत है. यू विल नेवर बी द सेम अगेन.
That is great. I mean, that is marvelous. अकरम के बाबा को भी अगर पैराबोलिक का मतलब खुद भी ना आता हो, तो फिर वो एक और स्टोरी है जो कि
वो बता रहा हूँ, वो टीचर्स की जिम्मेदारी है. मैं मिसाल के तौर पे, मैं जो सिस्टम है ना, उसमें बिलीव करता हूँ कि बच्चों को होमवर्क नहीं देना चाहिए. बच्चों को होमवर्क करना चाहिए. उसके फर्स्ट करो 2, 3, 4 के बाद उनको एंगेज करना चाहिए, स्पोर्ट्स में करें, एक्टिविटीज में करें, लकड़ियां लेके वर्कशॉप बनाएं स्कूल के अंदर, छोटी छोटी
I
चीजें
think
बनवाएं, मट्टी की चीजें बनवाएं उनसे, गेट देम इन्वॉल्व इन फिजिकल यूनिवर्स, गेट देयर हैंड्स डर्टी.
and this is the best time to do this kind of experiments when we are out of the normal routine. This is the best time to do new things, new experiments. Thank you very much with this all the content sharing, Ijaz sahab, and I'm obliged, I'm humble, and I'm sure that audience has learned a lot of it, and we are going to hook up with you again inshallah very soon.
Anytime, Shahzad, anytime, whatever help you need, my comm lines are open for you.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank
Take
you.
very best care of
Allah
yourself. Bye
Hafiz.
bye. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.